time constant of an RC circuit is defined as time taken by the charge to grow to 0.632 times its maximum value Q naught. I repeat, time constant RC of an RC circuit is defined as time taken by the charge to reach to 0.632 times its maximum value Q naught. Now this has to be plotted in a curve, in a graph. What do? I need the circuit for to discuss decay. Therefore, I will keep it as such. I will rub this off and I will try to plot the graph. The graph for this will look something like this. Shall I rub this off? This part. Now, this is time. Let me say this is the maximum value of charge Q naught. Along the y-axis as charge, it will be something like this. It will be something like this. Okay. Theoretically, it takes an infinite time to reach its maximum value. However, practically, in about 5 to 6 times, its time constant T is equal to RC, it will reach its maximum value. Is that okay to you, sir? So this is how expression for the growth of charge in an RC circuit is derived. So if that is clear to you, we will try to discuss discharge of a capacitor in an RC circuit. Okay, let me rub this off first and write a title: discharge of a capacitor in discharge of a capacitor. Okay, I will write RC circuit. I am going to retain the circuit diagram, rub other things off. Is that okay to you, sir? Yes, I will rub this off. Now, as I said, a capacitor and a resistance are connected in series through a Morse key. What I am going to do is, I will press this. If I press this Morse key, this will go touch here, capacitor will get charged. Once the capacitor gets fully charged, if I live, okay, if I press this, this will go touch, capacitor will get charged. Once the capacitor gets fully charged, I start discharging it through the resistance. When I discharge this through the resistance, again an instantaneous current will be there. I will take the instantaneous current as I. There will be an instantaneous charge at any instant of the condenser capacitor as Q. Therefore, if you remember the previous expression in the case of growth was, charging was E is equal to IR plus Q by C. Since this is discharge, this will included in the circuit. Therefore, I can write this as IR plus Q by C is equal to 0. Finish. As simple as that. As simple as that. Now, I can change this as R dQ by dt plus Q by C is equal to 0 because I is dQ by dt. I can rearrange this as R dQ by dt minus Q by C. No harm writing this, exactly the same thing of what I have discussed in charging. Okay, sir. I have to rearrange this. How do I do that? dQ by Q is equal to minus 1 by RC integrated I get log to the base e Q is equal to minus 1 by RCT plus C. As before, I have to introduce boundary condition to determine the value of constant. The boundary condition is when T is 0, charge was maximum. Therefore, log to the base e Q naught is equal to C. Therefore, the expression becomes log to the base e Q is equal to minus T by RC plus log to the base e Q naught. Now rearranging log to the base e Q by Q naught is equal to minus T by RC. Okay? Is that okay to you? This can be written as Q by Q naught e to the power minus T by RC. This can be written as Q is equal to Q naught e to the power minus T by RC. This is the expression for discharge of a capacitor, decay of charge through a capacitor. If you plot a graph, again the same fashion, taking time along the x-axis. If I say this is the maximum charge Q naught, along the y-axis Q, it will decay and reach 0 at an infinite time. You can read on this. Okay. When it will touch the x-axis at infinity. Now, as I said already to you that T is equal to RC is time constant. Okay? As time constant. Therefore, if I put T is equal to RC here, expression becomes Q naught e power minus 1. And this will be Q is equal to 0.368 times Q naught. Therefore, I will define time constant of an RC circuit during decay is defined as time taken by the charge to decay to 0.368 times its maximum value Q naught. I repeat, decay constant, time constant of an RC circuit during decay is defined as time taken by the charge to fall to 0.368 times its maximum value Q naught. Expression is again important. We need to see the application of this equation in the next topic for discussion. Very important, by heart you have to remember Q is equal to Q dot e to the power minus T by R C. Okay, this is the discharge of a capacitor. Okay, if this is okay to you, we will proceed to the next topic for discussion, which will be what is the energy stored in a capacitor during charging. I will rub this off. Energy stored in a capacitor during charging. So, to derive an expression for what is the energy stored, let us suppose an extra charge of dq is given to a capacitor. When you want to give a small amount of charge dq to a capacitor, you have to certainly do additional work. So, work done to give an additional charge of dq. I will write due because whenever capacitor stores energy is stored as electrical energy. That is the reason why I put a suffix here. We know W is equal to VQ. V in the case of a capacitor is Q by C. The charge given is dQ. Therefore, the expression. Is that okay to you, sir? This work done will definitely increase the potential energy in the system, and therefore we have to find out what is the total work done when you give a total of capital Q coulombs of charge. Therefore, total work done to give Q coulombs of charge. Q coulombs of charge. All that you have to integrate this. UE integral dUE integral 0 to Q by C dQ. UE, this will be Q square by 2C. Am I right? Am I right? Q squared by 2C if you integrate this expression. Now you have to apply the limits 0 to Q, and therefore this reduces to the form UE is equal to Q squared by 2C. Okay, but Q can also be written as CV. Therefore, UE will be equal to C squared V squared by 2C, or UE is equal to half CV squared. This is the energy that is stored in a capacitor during discharge. Is that okay to you? Now, this is not in the syllabus. However, I will be dissipation of energy during charging of a capacitor. When the capacitor gets charged, does it store entire energy or does it dissipate energy? Certainly it is going to dissipate energy. We are now interested in deriving an expression for how much energy it gets, it dissipates during charging. Just now, during charging, we have derived an expression Q is equal to Q naught into 1 minus e to the power minus T by RC. This is the expression for charge on the capacitor during the process of charging. Is that okay to you, sir? Let us find out current from this. Current will be dq by dt, which means the above expression has to be differentiated. If you multiply q naught constant, so q naught is a constant, this is T by RC. T by RC, if you differentiate, 1 by RC, therefore RC. Is that okay to you, sir? Is that okay to you, sir? That is what we get here. Okay? This is the expression for current. Okay? Why this minus sign is not there? Let me tell you. This will be minus Q naught e to the power minus T by RC. If you differentiate minus T by RC, there will be minus 1 by RC. Minus of minus will be plus. Therefore, this disappears. I suppose you are able to follow what I have said. Now, if dW is the energy dissipated in time dt, then I will write dW is equal to I squared R into dt. Joule's law. Which means I have to substitute now for I squared. Okay? This will become Q naught squared upon R squared C squared into e to the power, if you square this, minus 2t upon RC into R into dt. Okay? Therefore, I can strike off R. Therefore, I get dW. Am I right, sir? Therefore, I will get dW is equal to Q naught squared upon R C squared e to the power minus 2t by RC into dt. To get the total energy dissipated by the condenser during charging, you have to integrate this expression to find out its maximum value. Therefore, W is equal to integral constant, c squared constant, integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus 2t by RC infinity. That is what we need to do, sir. If you integrate this, q naught squared upon RC squared, you have to integrate this. If you integrate minus, am I right, sir? Minus e to the power minus 2 by RC and minus 2 by RC, if you integrate, you will end up with upon, this will be divided by 2 by